Hey guys, Crispy here. So just continuing on with our series, today I'm going to go over two of the special characters. So they will be Kaptin Badrukk and also Boss Zagstrukk. So to begin with, Kaptin Badrukk, as far as experience with this character goes, I don't actually have any. In 7th and 6th edition, I just found that even though he had a really cool gun and he had all the upgrades and all the rest, just the low ballistic skill was just enough to turn me off him as far as taking him as a choice. Also, flash kits for me weren't very good. I at one tournament I did come up against them, and the guy just rolled super hot, and they were pretty good against me in that game. But otherwise, for the most part, every time I've seen anyone using them, they were sort of mediocre at best. In the new edition, I think that this guy's reasonably good, not a bad choice. So we'll go over him. So movement-wise, he's moving 5 inches, which is basically standard for most orcs. Weapon skill, he's hitting on a 2+. Ballistic skill, he's hitting on a 4+, which is pretty good for an orc. He is strength 5, toughness 4, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, and a 3+ save. So 3+ save, that's the highest save I've seen for an infantry guy. So that is pretty decent, apart from maybe Sneak Rot, and that's only when he's in cover. So 3+ save for this guy is pretty cool. Stick him in cover, and this guy's got a 2+ save. As far as weapons go, he's armed with the Ripper, a Slugger, Chopper, and Stick Bombs. So the Ripper, it's got 2 profiles. So you got your standard profile, which is 24-inch range, heavy 3, strength 7, AP -3, and damage 2. So a really solid stat line, especially for what's effectively a machine gun. You can supercharge that, which gives it same range. It's heavy 3 still, but then it becomes strength 8, -3 to their save, and damage 3. The only drawback to that is if you roll a 1, then this guy will take D3 mortal wounds. So I don't think that you'll really be supercharging that weapon unless you're super desperate, because mortal wounds can't be saved, even with your 6+ feel no pain. So you probably want to avoid supercharging the weapon unless there's something that really needs to be killed. Maybe there's a Carnifex with 3 wounds left over or something like that, and you gotta try and take it out. Then maybe you might risk it, but otherwise I think the strength 7, -3, damage 2 is pretty decent. And then obviously Slugger and Chopper. The Slugger, I don't know. I mean, it does say that you can fire all weapons. Let's have a look here if there's anything that stops him from firing both weapons. It doesn't say that, so I suppose under the new rules, as far as I know, you can fire all of your weapons. So if you're within 12, you might be also able to fire the Slugger. If I'm incorrect in that assumption, then obviously let me know in the comments. But that's an interesting thing, just an extra pistol shot there. Chopper, obviously, you just gain the extra attack in combat, so this guy will have 5 attacks in combat. And then Stick Bomb is just the regular grenade, 6-inch range, grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0, and 1 damage. So, not too bad. As far as fighting goes, obviously hitting on 2s, but you probably don't want to be in combat with this guy. Even though you have 5 attacks, he's, just the shooting is too good on this guy, so you want to try and keep him out of combat where possible. He also has, I think, a couple ammo runs. He comes with 3 ammo runs. So obviously you can use those as ablative wounds. And someone did tell me in the comments what they did the other day, but I have forgotten already. So if they could let me know again, that'd be great. I'm not going to take a look in the back here for it, but obviously you got those ammo runs there, so if you know what those do, then awesome. He comes with them as free. And obviously you can't add any extra items or anything for any of the special characters. They just come with a straight points cost, which includes all of their weapons. And I believe Kaptin Badrukk is around about the 80 or 90 point mark, so he's not too expensive. And yeah, as I said, 6 wounds, so yeah, not a bad choice. He also is able to buff nearby flash gits, I believe. So let's read here. He's got the flashiest gits, so you can re-roll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase for friendly units of flash gits within 6 of Kaptin Badrukk, so that's pretty cool. He's also got the here we go rule, so obviously re-roll failed charge rolls and the mob rule as well, so leadership of a larger mob nearby. And then he also has the gold tooth armor, which gives him a 5+ invulnerable save. So this guy is super survivable as far as armor goes. 3+ normal, plus or 5+ invul, and then armed with a decent range 24 gun. Obviously you don't want to be moving, otherwise you go back to old school ballistic skill of 5. Oh, sorry, 2, and then hitting on 5s. And what else has he got here? That's about it, I think, for this guy. So yeah, I don't think he's not too bad a choice. As I said, he's not that expensive points wise. And if you're already taking some flash kits, and bring this guy along as well, because the rerolls of a 1 in the shooting phase for your flash kits are going to be really good. I believe that they also hit on 4s, but I may be wrong there. Obviously, I'll review those at a later date. The other character I wanted to take a look at today was Boss Zagstrukk. So I really like this guy. I've got this model. I've used him a couple times, mostly in 7th edition. I used the Stormboy Vulture Squad formation, and while they didn't really perform all that well, they were just sort of cool. Most of the time they were just annoying, and my opponent just had to kill them, which often only took about a turn, but still, like, the idea was good. So let's have a look and see how he is in the new edition. Obviously in the old edition he was just basically a flying knob, but in this new edition he is, well, I think drastically improved. So he moves 12, which is the same speed as before. His weapon skill, he's hitting on 2s now, which is pretty good for him because he was weapon skill 4, I believe, so he was hitting most guys on 4s previously. Ballistic skill, same as every other orc, he's hitting on 5s. He's strength 6, toughness 4, 6 wounds, 6 attacks, leadership 7, and a 4+ save. So not too bad right there. Then as far as his equipment goes, he's armed with a slugger, chopper, and the vulture claws, as well as stick bombs. So the vulture claws are obviously his feet, and the feet, what they allow him to do is he can do 2 attacks which are at strength double his strength, so strength 12, AP -3, and D3 damage each. So they are super good. Basically it's just a power fist, but you don't suffer the -1 to hit, and you can only ever allocate 2 of your attacks to it. So then the other 4 you'll be using your normal chopper, and obviously you get an additional attack when you use your chopper. So you're gonna have 5 attacks with your chopper, 2 attacks with your vulture claws. So yeah, pretty solid. And he's strength 6, so yeah, so even with his chopper, you can wound most guys. You'll be wounding most infantry dudes on 3s, and the vulture claws give you a good chance of hurting some of those vehicles. Obviously you wouldn't want to throw him into a dreadnought that's not been injured or something like that. You'd sort of finish him off with this guy if you had to. As far as abilities go, he's got the here we go rule, the mob rule, and then he has full throttle, which means that he can advance and also charge, but if you do so, you roll a d6 after all the Overwatch has been resolved, and on the roll of a 1 you suffer a mortal wound. So it's a little bit of a drawback, but then at the same time it's only on the roll of a 1, and then it makes this guy super fast. So you've got your advance plus your charge, so let's say you roll a 4 for your advance most of the time, or 3, so you're moving 15, 16 inches, and then you charge on top of that, which is like 7 on average. So that gives you quite an extensive threat range, 23-inch threat range or thereabouts. He also has a cyborg body, which is really cool. Basically that's a feel no pain, so on a 5 or 6 you just ignore the wound, but you can't use that in conjunction with the effective feel no pain bonus given to you by a pain boy, so the 6+, but that doesn't really matter, you've already got your 5. And then also he has drill boss. Friendly units of Goth Stormboys within 6 inches of boss Zagstruk automatically pass morale tests. So obviously if you want to take advantage of that ability, then you're going to have to probably you're going to have to make your clan Goths whenever you take this guy. So It's not a huge deal. I mean, most people have their orcs painted, you know, in browns and whatever else. It's not hard to say you're goth. So, but there you go. So that's both of those characters. This guy, I believe, he comes in about 83 points, or around about there. So he's fairly cheap. And I think he's pretty good. I'm looking forward to using him in this edition. Strength 12 sounds great to me. And I love that you can use the Vulture Claws now, not just on the first round of combat, as previously done, but like all the time. So there you have it, guys. If you like the video, obviously like and subscribe. If I get anything wrong, let me know in the comments. And as I said in previous videos, I'm still learning all of this stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching.